Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer and head coach from Live, Love, Give. And I am coming to you from the beautiful Salt Lake City. I'm back here again. Don't mind me if I'm a bit groggy, as I've just come off I think I had about 16 hours of sleep, which was much needed because I only had about 3 hours sleep over 36 hours. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be, getting my brain power a bit back. And today I wanted to deliver a message all about the fact that you can either be a victim or you can be victimized, but you can't be both. And only one of these leads to empowerment and freedom. And it's coming to you because I've just started, literally started. I've only really read the introductory sort of pages of this book. I know it's back to front. I hate this, but it is Maston Kipp's Claim Your Power, and I'm super excited to really dive into it. It's gonna be amazing. And only in those first few pages he brought up the difference between being a victim and being victimized. And we've all heard it before, but I think there's a lot of power in reiterating what the importance about defining what the difference between a victim and being victimized is, because ultimately there's so many of us who go through experiences in our lives and we don't realize, but we're keeping ourselves stuck. We're not growing, we're staying stuck. And it's because we are taking on the role of the victim rather than separating ourselves from something that happened to us that we might not have been able to control. And in that circumstance, we were victimized, but we don't take on the role of being a victim. Because when we start taking on the role of the victim, we create a story that prevents us from moving forward and only serves to diminish our empowerment and take away our freedom. And I know if you're anything like me and any other human being on the planet, what we really yearn for is empowerment, freedom, clarity, action, direction, growth, all of these great things that are taken away from us the moment we choose to say we are a victim of our reality, rather than taking on the definition of being victimized. Okay, this thing happened to me. I don't agree with it. I don't, I didn't do anything to get there. It happened to me, but it's changing. It's not, I am a victim and these things are always happening to me. It's a circumstantial thing. It's, okay, this thing happened, and the next level for somebody who is looking to grow, looking for empowerment, looking for freedom, they ask themselves, why did this happen and what can I learn from it? Why is it that if I take on the belief that everything is happening for a reason and purpose that serves me, even though it may not be in the moment, what did this event, circumstance, situation how did that allow me to grow? How will it allow me to grow? How does it allow me to tap into a deeper understanding and level of compassion for others who have also been victimized in the same way? How can I now become a leader because I am choosing not to be a victim? I'm choosing to say, hey, this thing happened to me. Yes, I was victimized, but I am choosing empowerment and freedom by learning a lesson of growth, by deepening my level of self-awareness, by my ability to be more compassionate and understanding for others, which I wouldn't have had prior to having this experience. And that whole definition and difference between victim and victimized is really around the fact that your past does not define who you are. But when you play the role of the victim, that you believe that the past does define who you are, and you stay stuck in that mentality. And the people around you might also be contributing to you staying stuck in your victim mindset. And because what do we tend to do as human beings when we see a wrong being done? We need to have a victim and a perpetrator. And if you're the victim, you may get a lot of love, support, and all of that stuff that, we need. That's the beauty of humanity, to support each other, to encourage each other, to show compassion and empathy for one another. But when it is a consistent behavior that continues throughout our lifetime and we don't move on out of that, we can get stuck in these patterns, these unhealthy patterns of gaining our love, approval, validation, significance, all of these things from the fact that we are a victim. And we continue playing that role in our lives, playing the victim because we get the love, the support, the encouragement, whatever we're chasing, and we don't believe on a subconscious level we'll get it in another way. So we fall victim to the pattern of playing the victim. And that's funny. And then the people around us, you know, they can also, you know, we train others how to treat us. So if we're treating ourselves as a victim, other people can fall pattern to that as well. So they can start, you know, treating us as the victim. Oh, poor so-and-so, they went through so much. Oh, that's why they behave that way. Oh, that's why they do that thing that's unhealthy, we can see, but they were a victim. So let's, you know, support them on that. And it comes from this place that humanity wants to protect our victims. And it comes from a good place. But at the end of the day, if we are continuing to encourage somebody to play the role of the victim, and we know it's not healthy, we know it's not working out for them, it's not supporting them or supporting us and our dynamic in relationship, then at some stage we need to take responsibility for our contribution to somebody else staying stuck in their victim role. And we need to, particularly where I see this play out, is when we allow, you know, the people that we're deeming as the victim to treat us less than perfectly, to treat us with poor behaviors, and we give them a way out from that. We kind of think, oh, but you know, I want to help this person, and we don't move forward. We don't call them out on it because we're too scared, because we don't want to upset them. They're already dealing with so much. And at the end of the day, we cannot be in relationship with somebody who is treating us poorly, no matter what they've been through, no matter what's happened. Maybe there is that short period of time in the beginning where we need to be more understanding, but at the same time, we should never accept poor treatment, poor behavior. We can call people out in a loving, kind way. And in fact, my belief is that it is much more loving and much more helpful to be, you know, coming from a place of compassion and understanding. But, you know, hey, this isn't going to fly. You know, I want a deep connection. I want a great relationship with you. And the way that we do that is we have to treat each other in a certain way. You know, and there's certain behaviors that we just can't allow each other to engage in. It's disrespectful. It diminishes our connection, the possibility of creating something extraordinary between us. And so the most loving thing that I can do in this moment is to call you out on these behaviors, because I love you too much to allow you to continue to behave this way. And I see your potential, I see your greatness, and I want to be helping you and supporting you in the best way possible to reach that. And that is to help you see that you were only victimized. And yes, you are not to blame for the circumstances, situation, or anything of the sort, but you are not a victim of your past. You are not a victim of what happened to you. And the sooner we can shift you out of being the victim to being victimized, then that is your pathway to empowerment, pathway to freedom, and definitely moving you in the right direction towards the potential that we each have, that limitless potential. And on that, I really hope that most of you guys out there, and if you haven't, I want you to come on over and join the Limitless Potential Inner Circle community. It's so fun. It's so amazing. We've got extraordinary people in there who aren't playing the role of the victim. They may have been victimized in different parts of their lives, but they are choosing to learn, to grow, and to move forward. And we are supporting and encouraging and challenging each other to the next level of our limitless potential. Again, I forgot to put the link there, but I will as soon as this live is being recorded. You can request to join, all free. Join the community. I'll accept you into that group, and I can't wait to go deeper in there with you. And guys, make sure that you're dropping any questions, comments, feedback for me below. I'd love to engage with you guys as always, and I'm really hoping that today's message has got you questioning from a new perspective, where in my life am I playing the role of the victim instead of the victor. You know, where can I break through from here? Where can I learn the lesson, break through, and become more based on this experience? Find the value instead of playing that role of the victim, and still, own that, these things happen to you, but they don't define who you are. You are victimized, you're not a victim. All right, so let me check in with you guys, and Haas is here, and Stephen and Raul and Maggie and Ram, awesome to have you, and Mark and Graham, good morning to you, and Fazia and Philip and Linda and Nikki, and yes, Ram, great to catch at the right time, awesome, I love it. Yes, so I'm back in the US, and I'm going to be here for a few months, so I'm hoping that these times throughout the day will be good for you guys. Let me know as we move forward if times aren't working for you, because I love having as many of you on live as possible, so definitely let me know about that. And I've got Gary and Frederick and Yvonne and Mahmood. So much love for you, Mahmood. And Alexandria, yes, you're on live. I love it. And Dawn and Kamel and Josie and Jeremy and Suzanne and Casey and Caden and Andrew and Haas. Hey V, I might have to read that right after the Sleep That Edge. Yeah, yes, absolutely, awesome. So again, that I know it's back the front, but Maston Kipps, Claim Your Power. So excited to dive into this. I think it's going to be, it says it's a 40-day journey, so I think there's going to be lots of stuff to go through, and you guys have heard me talk into one of the books that's been really impactful for me was Gabrielle Bernstein's May Cause Miracles, which was I think a 42-day journey, and it was so amazing. So I'm really excited to dive into another book in that format. So love that, and if you guys read it, let me know. Stay interactive, particularly you guys in the Limitless Potential Inner Circle community. Grab a copy. I know a few of you have, and it'd be awesome to just like chuck around some amazing ideas and see how we're going with that. And Tracy and Jeffrey and Alexandria, Take Its Power Away. Yeah, exactly. Take the power of being a victim, take that power away by acknowledging you were victimized, but you're going to learn the lessons, you're going to find the value, you're going to use it to grow, not stay stuck. You're going to get empowered and free. I love that. And Manu, and yes, Slide Edge, yes, Haas, I didn't quite know what you meant, but I did know, I knew you got something a bit out of the way there. Oh my gosh, my brain's not working, sorry about that. Chris, what have you written to me here? We have to know that the world will and is working for us positively. If we can change our outlook and believe this, then it actually happens. Law of attraction, call it what you like, it's real. Believing is seeing, not always the other way around, but actually believing and knowing is crucial. Absolutely, Chris, and this is exactly why I always love having you here, sharing your words of wisdom, and I completely agree. Our experience and our reality is determined by what we believe, and this is part of it. If you believe that you are a victim, or if you believe that you were just simply victimized, but it doesn't define who you are, makes the world of difference, and exactly what you attract into your life and what you see, what you focus on, So what you focus on, you get. And I love that, Chris. Thank you so much for sharing. And Zoran and Jeffrey and Julie and David and Matassim and Kazi and Kawa and Rita. Sorry guys, I'm struggling with your names. I usually am, but I'm more so because I'm just like waking up and I'm all groggy. But Dustin, true, I have been up for been waiting for 24 hours. I have seen that it is no longer because of you. Thank you. True, I've been up waiting 24 hours. Okay, I'm not sure what you meant, but you're so welcome. Dustin, sorry I'm not making sense. Abina's here and Jared's here. I love seeing you here. And Billy and Dustin, you're so welcome. And Colin and Firoz and Ram. Getting habitual to victimized living is a slow mental prison. Yes, absolutely. And I always love having you share your words of wisdom here, Ram, as you know. And Colin, hey, beautiful soul, sharing some UK love your way. Awesome. Hope all is well. Yes, so is. And thank you so much. I'm feeling that love, Colin, and I'm sending you much love back from this Aussie from the US. So all the way to you. Thanks, Colin. And Alexandria, right, enabling it's easy to fall into this pattern. Yeah, guys, we need to take responsibility for the people that we love in our lives, and we're seeing them play the victim rather than, and they're making it define who they are. We can best support them by not falling trap to, you know, treating them as the victim. We need to take responsibility for how we're showing up in those relationships, and the most loving thing to do is always to help shift them from playing the victim to just being victimized, and really know that, you know, we need to question certain behaviors, and just because something happened to somebody doesn't mean that we should allow them to behave in ways that treat us poorly. And we shouldn't be afraid to say something, because the most loving thing to do is to nurture the relationship. So it needs to be both-sided. So love that, Alexandria. And Dustin, thanks for being here. And Safon, no, I just think that somehow one person wants you to think that way, so it's more like a brainwash, and you have to think in the same thing over and over. Yeah, so everything can be, yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what you mean there. Let me just have a quick look. One thing I think you're saying, Safon, that, you know, maybe some people want you to play that role of victim. They want to brainwash you into being a victim. But I am not totally sure. But what I would say, if that's sort of around what you were saying, is that we need to be empowered in how we show up in the world, and we need to question everything, and we need to be able to develop a level of trust within ourselves to determine what the right belief is for us, not, you know, make all the voices in the outside world more important than that inner wisdom. And the only way we get to that empowered place of trusting our inner wisdom is to, start tapping into it and start trusting it on the little things. It's a relationship that we need to build through our self-awareness. So love you sharing here, Safon. Sorry if I got your question incorrect there. Let me know. Natalie's here, and Craig, and Denise. Everybody loves everybody. Yes, I love that. ELE, awesome. And Kamal, thank you so much for being here. And Julie and Adrian and Lucy's here. And hey to you, Julie and Lucy and Ram. Taking charge, being responsible, personal power, as Tony so rightly mentions, is the key step. Absolutely. And Elizabeth is here, and Prosperous Joseph. The book is upside down. Yeah, I know. So it's back the front on the camera here on Facebook Live. It just, I don't know, makes everything back the front. So I think you might be able to change it. But sorry, guys, that's why the words are all back the front. But it's called, Maston Kipp is the author, and it's called Claim Your Power. Awesome book. And Mel, thanks for being here. And Ram, it's 5:15 a.m. in Mumbai. India, we'll make it to catch up on the sessions anytime, simply cannot miss. Oh, thank you so much, Ram. I appreciate you. And thanks, Lucy. Yes, I've arrived safely. I've had so much sleep, but I'm just feeling really groggy, so I should be right by tomorrow. And thank you, Tanya. I will, and use it to get better. Yes. And Balsamo, ciao to you. And Belil and Soya Cairo, good morning from Japan. I love it. And Samuel and Yuan, how can I motivate my son to be more ambitious to reach his goals? I don't know what motivate is. Maybe there was a little bit of a spell thing there, but motivate. Okay, it took me a little while to get what you might have meant there. How can you motivate your son to be more ambitious to reach his goals? Well, you know, that's a whole nother topic that I could dive into with you, but a lot of what I do the work on is helping people discover what their strengths are so that they can double down on those strengths. And when we tap into what our true strengths are, that's when we get really seriously motivated, energized. We tap into our flow state, our genius zone. And so a big piece of that work, I'm going to be doing a live webinar for you guys, which is going to be able to share a bunch of this wisdom with you. And I would encourage you to get onto that one because it's not one size fits all in terms of how do we motivate others to, that's what I believe. I think that there are some crossovers in terms of motivation, but my version of really seriously motivating others is being able to identify what their key strengths based on how their brains are wired. It's all backed by neuroscience, and it is phenomenal stuff, and it makes so much sense, and it actually allows us to tap into that inspiration, that energy, all of that amazing stuff. Sorry, I've got an alarm going off there. But yeah, I'd really encourage you to get on that webinar. I will link up the details as soon as I know them and as soon as I've organized them. But that is going to give you so much insight into how we can each stay motivated, but really tap into inspiration, really tap into flow, and also understand others better so that we can help to motivate them, like you're trying to do with your son there, Juan. So thank you so much. And Sergio from Portugal, I love having you here, and Tony, and yeah, Chris, motivate. Thank you guys. I got it there. And but yes, Victoria, thanks for being here, and Zadran, good night to you. And yes, Robbie from Atlanta, always love having you here. And yes, thank you, Juan and Tony and Chris. We can hack our own thoughts. Love this. Absolutely. So guys, that really is my message to you guys today. I hope that it's been helpful. I hope that it's added value to you guys. And I really hope that you guys come on over and join the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community. We'd love to have you a part of that. And with that, I've really got to take off. I've got a coaching session that I think I should be on right now. So I've got to go, but I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I appreciate you guys showing up, being here so much. And for everybody who's just joining me, I really hope that you catch the recording, you get a ton of value from today's message, and you shift from playing the victim to being simply victimized, and you learn the lesson so that you can move forward from a place of empowerment and absolute freedom. A couple of my favorite words. So, and I will see you guys tomorrow.